What do you mean, camera?
You have seen smartphone?
No. What do you mean?
Any phone that we see, it can chat, it can speak, it can talk, it takes picture, it can record movies.
Oh, I see. I don't have one.
Yeah, it stores and it also hides lot of information. That is the way our mind is.
Oh, okay. All right.
That is the way our mind is.
Let's get rid of it.
So now when you said that I broke down, that is your mind. That is what I remembered. So what happens, it contains, now these phones also contains hard drives. You see that I take the picture and now that picture goes into the memory. Same way, the mind takes the picture and it goes into the memory. Mind takes the picture and then it gets into the stress. Now the image of the stress is deposited, accumulated in the mind. Only one difference. What is that difference? That we control the camera in the phone and the mind controls us. That is why we have to meditate. My master, and there is another master, he used to tell a wonderful story. An African guy long back went to Britain, and the mirror in which we see our face was discovered in Britain, but it did not go to Africa. So that African guy liked the mirror, he bought one and he took it to his country. His wife started looking for his baggage and she found the mirror and she looked. And then she became sad. Now I understand why my husband went to Britain. He brought a beautiful girl picture. Now his wife went to his parents' house along with the mirror. It has been a week. His father got worried what happened, why she is not returning to her husband. So he also searched her room and found the mirror, and he saw the old guy image, and he was disturbed that his beautiful daughter is in love with the old guy, because there was no mirror in Africa. And then his father's, means the daughter's mother, saw the picture. In the meantime, that guy who went to Africa came to see his wife. And they all started fighting. The African guy said, and then he narrated the story and he told. This is exactly the nature of our mind. In the morning, we say it is a bad morning. Who said this? The mind created an image. When I say good morning or bad morning, mind has created the image. Can you see any role of the sun who makes the morning good or who makes the morning bad? There is no rule. So my mind creates an association. It links. I broke down. How can you break down? Break down. No breaking down. See that. Now, when we compare the mind with the mirror, check it again. When you see your image in the mirror, does the mirror carry your weight, your height, your color, your length? No, it doesn't carry anything. It doesn't carry any impression. That is the nature of the mind. We are a slave to the mind because we link, we give value, we are attached, and then the same mind takes the form of a stress, and the mind says you are in stress. Mind takes the form of a pleasure, and then it says you are happy. Mind takes the form of a goodness, then it is a good morning, otherwise it is a bad morning. Nothing happens to the mirror. It does not increase the weight. It does not increase the length. It does not increase the width, shape, and the size and the color of what I am. It remains as it is. Our master says, take the mind lightly. First thing, take the mind lightly. If we do not take the mind lightly, this mind becomes our master. Now see that. You just you took a sip of water. It is not the hands. It is the mind went into the hands. Mind was saying that I am thirsty. Mind took a sip of water. It is the mind. The mind goes through the eyes. Then it sees. Mind comes through the ears. It hears. Mind goes through the lips. It speaks. Mind goes through the feet. It walks. But mind is our servant. We have made this mind our master. When we make our mind our master, then it makes us crazy, lazy, and stressed. Always remember this. Mind is like a mirror. Always remember the story of the African guy. Contemplate and reflect on it. Once you reflect, you will see this is the nature. This is the way the mind works. Mind works. Mind is just like a mirror. It takes anything inside, whatever comes in front of it, and the mirror, that image has no weight, no height, no sorrow, no happiness. It does not carry any burden, but because we associate ourselves, then it carries that burden. Then it carries that burden. Again, when you contemplate and reflect again and again, you will find out that this mind is our servant, but we have made it our master. In that mind, if you see closely, everything exists for itself. The light, the wall exists for itself. Now the mind takes the shape of the wall, and then the mind says, I like this wall. Then I say, I am happy. The mind looks at the wall, it says this should be of different color, but it is of different color, then it causes problem. Why? First rule, the world exists by itself. It is constantly changing. Nobody have ever stopped this world. Nobody can. The same water in an ocean is calm. We see how beautiful the beach is. The next day the storm comes. We say it has created a problem. The water is the same. So you see, this world is in flux. It is constantly changing. It will continue to do so. Since the advent of this earth, when the mind wants to hold on to it, I'm now 61 years old, and the mind says, now hold on this body so that it should look like 20 years old. So when I want to hold on through the mind by association, then I have to live in stress and anxiety and duality and conflict. First rule. Second rule is that mind should remain witness, like a mirror, not to be attached to anything outside, because everything is changing. Second principle. Third principle. The mind lives in different states because we are associated with these images that reflects in the mind. Mind becomes sad, mind becomes painful, mind shows us that now you are in sorrow, now you are in stress, now you are in suffering, now you are playing, now you are happy. Why not? This mind goes in search for my true nature, so that the mind continues to reflect the true nature, and that true nature is full of peace, happiness, love, wisdom. So where lies the problem of a mirror? Mirror has no problem. Beautiful wife of an African guy saw into the mirror and she thought it is another woman who is in love with my husband. Do they exist? They exist in appearance, stress, suffering, duality, conflict, problem. They exist in appearance because of my association, because I attach with them, because I give value to them. So just think and contemplate again and again. This mind is not more than a mirror. And when this mind holds on to the sorrow, even can you find out the weight of his sorrow, color of his sorrow, height of his sorrow? Start asking this question: what is the weight? What is the height? What is your height sorrow? What is your height pain? What is your length pain? What is the color of the pain? And you find nothing in that mirror. We forget this, and this forgetfulness also takes place in the mind. That is the biggest problem. And that is why we need to practice meditation. That meditation gives a deeper insight. It removes all the images it has stored in the mind. Images are stored. You see, in a camera, you have a storage where the images are stored. Similarly, the mind also has a storage. It stores all those images, and the past is projected into the future, and you compare in the present. The mind lives with those impressions and causes the suffering. Meditation helps us to remove all these, and it takes the mind to its natural state. And the natural state of the mind is just a mirror, nothing else. Otherwise, in deep sleep, those images will return. It never returns. In deep sleep, the mind acts like it is an absence of all the objects. It is an experience of absence. When the mirror has an absence of experience, it is clear, lucid, no image, objectless state. That is what the meditation is. Not a big deal, provided we should understand it clearly. Why? The last thing is again very important. Now it came to my mind. When you know where my house is, you have exact number, street, county, city, and ultimately the country and the jip. You can reach there. You can translate that information into reality. What is happening? Why we've missed meditation? Because mind does not have that clarity of knowledge, clarity and conviction in that knowledge. Once you have clarity, conviction in that knowledge, you will see single practice of meditation can be translated into an awakening. Let us start our practice of meditation today. Eyes are closed. Eyes are closed. So our goal is to see eyes are closed gently. Become aware of the body. You see that? Now when you become aware of the body, what we are doing? Mind is taking the shape of steadiness of the body. Mind is taking the shape of being comfortable. Mind, now I ask your mind to look inside. Look inside the heart. When you look inside the heart, you become aware of the space. The mind takes the shape of the space. Why it does not take the shape of the space? Because the mind is running somewhere else. It is linked, it is associating with something else. And in that state, now let the mind take the shape of a neck joint. When you are looking at the neck joint, my friend, the mind takes the shape of a neck joint. Then what is our experience like a mirror? It is sensation, being comfortable, and steadiness. Nothing deeper, it's very clear. I'm not teaching something extra science which cannot be understood. Look at the shoulder joints. Mind takes the shape of a shoulder joints. Simply takes the shape. It has no weight, it has no height, it has no width, it has no color. So that means the mind is acting like a mirror and it perceives the image of a shoulder joints. There the experience of sensation, being comfortable, and steadiness comes. How simple. Look at the entire body. Look at all the joints of the body from the top to the toes. One after the other, and enjoy. Mind is taking the different shapes of a joints, and also enjoy. You experience sensation, being comfortable, and steadiness. What else we need? Then we look deeper. Because of our association caused in ignorance, like the beautiful women, his wife saw in the mirror. So we also see in the mirror of the mind. Why the heck all these thoughts? But these thoughts I have created, accumulated in my checking account, is coming and going. Checking account means money coming and going. Nothing to worry. Similarly, watch and witness these thoughts. Let them come, let them go. Let them come, let them go. And now we go little deeper. That is why you see that I see that simpler the practice, higher it is. That needs to be understood clearly. So now look at the head and the neck. Who is looking? When you see head in the neck, when you feel head in the neck, simply it means the mind has taken the shape of a head in the neck. If I say it has become head in the neck, and if it has become head in the neck, deeper inside we are educating the mind how to have a natural focus. How simple. Now we have a natural focus on the head and the neck, and be there. When you are there, you experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. How simple. Again go step by step. Did we understand that when we have a clarity, How? Through the knowledge. Where the knowledge is settled in the intellect, we have a conviction. Then what happens? That can be translated into meditative state only in a single session. So look at the right arm, be there. So the mind has taken the form of a right arm. It is looking the right arm. It is aware of the right arm. Means the mind is a mirror and the right arm is reflected there. When it is reflected there, you see, you experience. What do you experience? Sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Again, understand that knowledge part. When the knowledge is clear that what we are doing in meditation, what is the step? So, let the mind takes the shape of the left arm. Be there, feel, become aware. When I see myself in the mirror, I feel I am there. In appearance, not in reality. The mirror does not increase any weight, change the color. My beard does not become black. It remains as it is. That is how you see the left arm. So when you see that left arm, you experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. How simple it is. Look at the rib cage. So whatever the mind, when I say that look at the rib cage, means mind takes the form, shape, and the form and the color and the weight and the size of the rib cage, but nothing happens to the mind. Remember. And in that passive awareness, you experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Look at the belly. Oh, look at the belly. So what is happening in the mind? The mind takes the form of a belly. That is only. But mind is the mirror. Means what? The mind is reflecting. What it is reflecting? It is reflecting the belly as it is, without changing the shape, size, weight inside the mind. Oh, is that so? Yes. Very good. You experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Can there be anything simpler than this? Look at the right leg. Now, when you are looking at the right leg as a mirror, mind is the mirror. It means it is reflecting. It is not causing any problem. But the past thoughts stored in the hard drive of the mind returns, interferes. Then what happens? Lack of awareness. Then what happens? Lack of awareness. The mind starts chasing the thought. And if the thought is related to pleasure, the mind goes into daydreaming. If the mind related to stress, that mind has taken the shape of the stress even during the meditation, and the mind leaves it. What we need to do, simply become aware. Mind, I am taking you lightly. I am taking you lightly. Don't make me crazy. So when you look at the right leg, you feel sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Simple. Not a big deal. We are asking the mind, look at the left leg, and I'm aware. Means you are aware the mind is taking the shape of a left leg. But it is not carrying any height, weight, suffering, pain, pleasure of this right leg. No, but I take it. Why I take it? Because I link myself, I associate myself. When I associate, I become left leg, and then it says sensation, relaxation, and stillness. How simple it is. Now, become aware of the entire body. Become aware of the entire body. Means the mind has become the entire body. In appearance, not in reality. Remember, not in reality, in appearance. So when it becomes aware, it takes the shape, then what should I do? Just be there. Experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. We are not doing anything. We are just, through the knowledge, we are translating that knowledge into reality. And then what happens? The mind becomes a perfect mirror. When it becomes a perfect mirror, it simply reflects what is inside us, and if it is not, then it reflects what is stored, what I want to store, what I like, what I dislike. How simple it is. In that state, look at the breath. The breath is going in and out. Now the mind has taken the shape of the breath. Oh, the mind has taken the shape of the breath. Very good. Then we go little deeper when we are looking at the breath. The mind has taken the shape of the breath, and then we also feel the sensation. The mind has taken the shape of the sensation, of the touch, of the feeling. Oh, very good. So you are simply aware, you are witnessing, you are alert, not to get swayed away by anything at this moment. Now you tell the mind you need not to do anything. Means what? Mind is not changing the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Very good. Okay, that is also okay. Because the mind goes back to the memory it has stored because of its lack of awareness, because of its attachment, to leave that at every moment. Now, what we do? When the breath goes in, just drop Shantoham. When the breath comes out, drop Shantoham. as we understand that, what did we understand? We understand that any knowledge must be right, clear, convincing. What is the meaning of Shantoham? I am the peace. What a peace looks like? It looks like an infinite space, good space. That is how our masters explain. Sukha. There are two syllables. Su means good, kha means space. Sukha, Shanti. So what I do? Translating the knowledge into reality. What do you mean when the breath goes in? The moment you drop Shantoham, you see the infinite space inside. The moment the breath comes out and you are dropping Shantoham on the outcoming breath, you say Shantoham and become aware of the infinite space. Mind distracted. Why? The mind wants to take the shape of that thought, that feeling, that worry, that stress, that pleasure. So why we are doing Shantoham? It is acting as a reminder. Mind takes the shape of the infinite space, which is Om Shanti. That is your goal. So we are treating the mind as a servant, as a child. How simple it is. Now doing nothing, remain as you are. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind to the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside. Know your experiences, bring the hands down. We will share our experiences now.